Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am at one of the largest actually in Europe, the third largest in Europe cemeteries. This is the cemetery in Szczecin. I come here usually on Sundays to visit my father's grave. And it's such a beautiful weather. There are actually very nice places here to sit down and contemplate and pray. And I think this will be a good spot to record this video for you. So, more quiet area. Guys, what I have for you today? Well, first let me start with expressing my enormous gratitude to all of you. I don't thank you enough for being so supportive of my channel and of my work, and for all the comments, all the likes, all your donations, and few of you have become lately the members of my channel, and that support also means a lot to me. Some of you have joined me on Locals. In the latest video I have announced that we will be soon, me and Scott Ritter will be announcing a project that we collaborate on together, and that will be announced on my Locals community. So let me actually show you before I continue. This is the cathedral right here. Before the funeral take place. I think this area has been created in early 1900. I think it was 1900. But okay, let's go back to thanking you for all your support. You have no idea how much this means to me. I am very, very grateful and humbled that you are spending your time, giving me your attention, and even donating to me, because I'm not an expert. I'm just trying my best to give you my outlook on the current events, especially in Poland, and bring you some news. And what I have for you today, guys. Today we will start with Radosław Sikorski. Two topics about him. Then we will go to the attack on Russian radar that has just recently took place, and I didn't know about it too much. However, it's important to read you this article. Those of you who heard about it, I'm sure many of you did. You know the details, but it's pretty serious stuff. And then we have some words from Biden, because Biden again said something. I don't know if he did it on his own or he was directed to say it. God only knows, or demon only knows. So Sikorski, Radosław Sikorski, many of you know, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Poland, the very same one who tweeted, and that time it was Twitter, "Thank you USA," after the Nord Stream pipeline. Poof, you know, I always say it, but very pivotal moment in the history of Europe. Sikorski is talking about two things here. Well, first one is about benefits for Ukrainian conscripts in Poland, and the second one is about what Poland will do if Russia detonate a nuclear bomb. So let's start with the statement on limiting benefits for Ukrainian conscripts made in Poland. In Poland, it has been announced that there is a possibility of limiting benefits for Ukrainians abroad who evade conscription. Warsaw believes this should be a pan-European scheme, as stated by Poland's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Radosław Sikorski. Let me go away, people coming. And he said it in an interview with The Guardian. He stated that Ukraine must independently decide and communicate what to do with conscripted men who are abroad. What I certainly don't believe is that there is a human right to be paid social security for being a draft dodger. Those people fighting at the front also have human rights, Sikorski said. Just on this note, guys, I came across an article, I don't have this article at the front of me this morning, that you remember about 20,000 prisoners supposed to be released in Ukraine to join this military conflict, right? To be sacrificed on the battlefield. and it has been reported that I think 300 of them have already done so. I don't have this article at the front of me, but I read it this morning, so just on that note. So continuing with those benefits, what preceded this? Poland previously stated that they could help Ukraine bring men of conscription age back from abroad. There were also statements about possible deportation. Later, Poland's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Radosław Sikorski, stated that Warsaw is awaiting initiatives from Ukraine regarding the return of conscripted men from abroad. More from Sikorski. And this is in the relation to the nuclear attack if it ever comes from Russia. Quoting him, Americans told the Russians that if you detonate a nuclear bomb, even if it doesn't kill anyone, we will hit all your targets and positions in Ukraine with conventional weapons and destroy them all. That's what Sikorski said. He also stated that Europe must learn to better play the escalation game by keeping Russian dictator Vladimir Putin guessing about its intentions. So you remember the video that I have recorded a while ago. I was in Warsaw, I remember at that time, when Sikorski said that we have to, and Sikorski actually talked about Macron in the time, I remember that we have to play this game because Putin will not know what's really taking place and he will be, like shaking in his boots or cannot sleep or something like that, of that nature. So that's still the same project, the same vision they have. I'm sure Putin is terrified. I'm absolutely certain about it. And now let's go into this article that gives you very, very important take on what just took place in Russia. This is serious stuff, guys. I didn't know about it. However, this is very serious. Hope it's not too windy for you, I hope. This article is from yesterday, from RMF24. The Ukrainians are playing with fire. They attacked a strategic Russian radar. Maybe you've heard about it, I think many of you did, but I want to read you this because some of you haven't, and those of you who haven't, this is serious stuff, guys. And let's go into this article. There has never been such a strike on Russian territory before, and perhaps it would be better that it never happened again. A few days ago, the Ukrainians attacked and significantly damaged a strategic early warning radar station in the southwestern part of the country with drones. The word strategic is crucial here because the radar, which is part of the early warning network, is part of Moscow's broader nuclear defense system. I mean, I think I might be wrong here. Those of you who are experts in this topic, I think there is 8 of those. In my next live stream with Scott Ritter, I will be definitely bringing this topic. Next week, by the way, stay tuned. An attack could therefore meet the conditions publicly set by the Kremlin for actions that could trigger a nuclear retaliatory attack. Do you understand what just took place? The Ukrainian attack on a long-range radar station, which is located in the city of Armavir, I think that's the name, in Russia's Krasnodar Krai, has been widely reported by the War Zone, a portal dealing with defense issues. The service reported, citing satellite images from May 23rd, so this is 3 days ago, we have 26 today, that the Voronezh DM long-range radar station was damaged. I think I said it correctly, Voronezh. The station was damaged. Those stations, they look like buildings, like, I don't know how tall they are, but they are pretty large. These are ultra-high frequency horizontal radars that are part of the Russian early warning system against ballistic missiles capable of carrying nuclear warheads. So those are the places that catch those signals first, the warning places. According to the war zone, the Ukrainians might have targeted the radar station due to the concern that the facility is capable of detecting long-range ATACMS missiles that were supplied to Ukraine by the United States. Kiev's forces have successfully used these missiles against Russian military airfields, air defense posts and other key targets. Let me change my hand. Key targets in recent weeks. According to anonymous expert cited by the war zone, in the case of the Voronezh DM radar station in Armarik, the main focus is on monitoring the southwestern direction. For example, in 2013, the Russian authorities reported the radar recorded the launch of a ballistic missile from Libya into the Mediterranean Sea. The war zone writes that although Voronezh DM covers Crimea, it is primarily designed to detect missiles fired from a much greater distance. The consequences of an attack can be significant. The strike has wider consequences. The radar station is a key part of a larger strategic early warning network, and its loss, even temporarily, could impair Russia's ability to detect a nuclear threat. It also raises the greatest concern. An attack could meet the conditions publicly set in 2020 by the Russian government for actions that could trigger a nuclear retaliatory attack. The Russian early warning network is part of the country's broader deterrence systems. So guys, that's what just took place. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna continue with attacking those radar stations, because if that's the case, we have it for sure. Sooner or later, that's it. I am absolutely in awe of Russia not reacting to it, because now, I mean, how are they gonna replace this radar? What they gonna do? The strategic position it had, right? Well, for that I have to ask the questions of people who really know about this stuff, especially Scott Ritter. So that will be definitely the topic, one of the topics in my next live stream. Meanwhile, Biden goes crazy again, or the drugs they inject in him, or whatever they do to him. Biden again makes an offensive speech against Putin. So I think it was yesterday, Biden spoke in front of the graduates of the US Military Academy at West Point. I mean, this is just like absolutely Muppet show. And here are the words from him. There are no American soldiers in the war in Ukraine. I am determined to keep it that way, he said. More from Biden. But we are standing strong with Ukraine, and we will stand with them. We are standing against a man whom I have known well for many years, a brutal tyrant. We will not walk away, Biden continued. More from Biden. Putin was certain that NATO would fracture. According to Biden, he allegedly told the Russian leader during the meeting in Geneva in 2021 that if he wanted the Finlandization, that is the naturality of Ukraine, the result will be the NATOization of the entire Europe. More quote from him. Today, the greatest defense alliance in the history of the world is stronger than ever. So guys, tell me, did he say it just on his own, or he was told to say it? What made this creature say those words? Someone whispered into his ears, as very often that takes place, especially a few years ago during the presidential debate. I don't know if you remember, when he had some headphones in his ears. Yep. And I think in his sleeve there was another thing. Anyway, What's Putin? What's the name for Putin now? We have brutal tyrant. Great diplomacy, no? Fantastic president of the country. Let's just create another war because the business has to keep on going. And now I have a wonderful comment from a Polish viewer who I assume lives abroad, because your last name is American version of the Polish name. Let me just flip the page. The people are coming here. So, from Lidia Zieliński. In Poland, your last name we will pronounce Zielińska. You said in this comment, and I'm going to read this to you first in Polish and then in English, because I know some of you appreciate, and since this has been written in Polish, we have to acknowledge this. Wszystkie plany USA w Europie są przez polskie rządy realizowane. Te rządy nie pytają o dobro swoich obywateli. Tatuś z USA i mamusia z Unii są zadowoleni. Pogłaskają dobrym słowem, nagrodzą, a prawdziwą nagrodą będą dobre, płatne pozycje i pieniądze dodatkowe na kontach w Kajmanach. So what did she say, Lydia? All US plans in Europe are implemented by Polish government. These governments do not ask about the well-being of their citizens. Daddy from the United States and mommy from European Union are happy. They will reward you with kind words, and the real reward will be well-paid position and additional money in your accounts in the Cayman Islands. Right, we forgot about the Cayman Islands. Very good comment. Thank you so much, Lydia, if that's your real name. I have to say, I have been to Grand Cayman Islands. I used to work on the cruise ships, on the cruise line. Not an easy job, guys, you know. Pretty tough job, even though it looks like it's luxurious. So I know exactly what you're talking about, how much money is there, and the banks, and all that stuff. So all the links to the articles you find down below this video in the description box. Just want to step aside a little bit and show you here this place. Please join me on Locals. This is the platform where I will be announcing my project with Scott. Also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, it will mean a lot to me. I would like to reach 10,000 followers before the end of this year. This is the symbol of war, everyone. We have two of those here. They are actually on both sides of this cemetery where you have Russian soldiers who died, Soviet soldiers, right, who died during rescuing this land. And here's the second one. All right, everyone, please hit this like if the video brings you any value. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join my mailing list free of charge. If you would like to support me financially, you know the links are down below. PayPal, buy me a coffee, fundraiser, and you can become the supporter on Locals or the member of this channel. And with this being said, lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye, everyone.